In other news, he may be controversy's child in the politics of the state and now facing charges for being a troublemaker. MDMK's Vaiko appeared at the 3rd Additional Sessions Court at the Madras High Court premises today. Charges have been framed against him on 3 grounds of speaking against Indian sovereignty, creating enmity between 2 groups, and for creating law and order problems. When asked about contesting the charges, the General Secretary of the party, Vaiko, denied the charges, but agreed to making a speech on the Sri Lankan Tamil situation for 14 days in 2008. Vaiko was imprisoned for his alleged inflammatory speech that he made in October 2008. A charge sheet has been filed against him, and it was filed in the year 2009.
நான் பேசியதை மறுக்கவில்லை, ஆனால் குற்றச்சாட்டை மறுக்கிறேன் என்று கூறியிருக்கிறேன். வழக்கை உரிய முறையில் நீதிமன்றத்திலே நாங்கள் எதிர்கொள்வோம்.
The Supreme Court of India is considering whether the Tandon Committee, which had set out to de-recognize deemed universities in the country, is in fact valid or not. The body was appointed by the Human Resource Ministry, and the centre had in fact accepted the committee's recommendation of de-recognizing the violating colleges, of which 17 of them are in Tamil Nadu. These universities too have challenged the validity of this committee, and arguments have been going on. Well, in big news from the city, notorious flesh trader Kovai Balaji, against whom over a dozen cases are still pending with the state police, was arrested in Chennai today. Acting on a tip-off, the anti-vice squad of the city police cornered him right here in Chennai. His modus operandi, he used to target high-profile industrialists and businessmen who arrive at tourist spots in the state, offer them top models who were flown in from across the country to the tourist destinations in Tamil Nadu. After the state police launched a hunt for this criminal, he went underground but continued his business through the internet and made the high-profile customers to deposit money in his bank accounts. The Central Crime Branch police say that Kovai Balaji, who had been detained under Gundas Act twice, has links all across the country, and investigations are on to find out about the whereabouts of his associates as well. Our crime reporter Salim has been tracking the story and now joins us over the phone line with more details. Salim, what more can you tell us about how the cops really cornered this man?
Evelyn, Kovai Balaji, who was into the flesh trade for the past 8 years, have made lakhs and lakhs of rupees in this trade. This statement is according to the police. He has 6 cars, several computer appliances, and more than 5 bank accounts operating in his name. He established contacts with models, industrialists, and businessmen all across the country. The cops term him as a high-profile criminal. Investigations are carried out by the Central Crime Branch of the City Police to know about his associates operating across the country. The state police hope that they can now solve over a dozen cases that are pending against Kovai Balaji. Acting on a tip-off, the Chennai City Police got a tip-off that Kovai Balaji is operating from the city in recent days, and hence they zeroed in on the accused and they have arrested him. Investigations are underway. Evelyn?
All right. Thanks very much indeed, Salim, for joining us with those latest details. A teacher who was promoted to a non-existent school has now got some reprieve. A differently abled teacher was given a higher post to a school in the Sivagangai district, which did not exist at all, in a bizarre administrative error. And she's now got a posting, though, to a school near her house. Our reporter Lokpriya brings you this story.
It has been a long wait for Aragumalai Kannan and his family. His wife Krishnaveni, a disabled middle school teacher in Madurai, was promoted as a secondary grade teacher and posted to the Sendurai Government High Secondary School in Sivagangai district. However, the family was shocked to hear that there is no such school in the Sivagangai district.
13ஆம் தேதி சிவகங்கை மாவட்ட முதன்மை கல்வி அலுவலகத்தை தொடர்பு கொண்ட பொழுது அப்படி ஒரு பள்ளி இல்லை, உங்களுக்கு அனுமதி கொடுத்தவரிடம் கேளுங்கள் என்று சொன்ன பொழுது 14ஆம் தேதி மீண்டும் இதே அலுவலகத்தை தொடர்பு கொண்ட பொழுது மீண்டும் அங்கே சென்று சிவகங்கையில் அப்படி ஒரு பள்ளி இல்லை என்று எழுதி வாங்குவார்கள் என்று சொல்லிவிட்டார்கள். இப்படி 3 முறை அலைந்தும் எந்தவித பலனும் இல்லாத.
As per rules, the education department is supposed to post differently abled teachers to schools within 10 kilometers of their house. However, Kannan says this rule was not followed when the posting was made. After media and the Tamil Nadu Federation for the Physically Disabled intervened, the Tamil Nadu School Education Department has now posted Krishnaveni to a school closer home. It's not only the disabled who face irregularities in postings. The same posts have been given to more than one person in some cases. At least 20 teachers from various districts were found waiting in the Joint Director's office today.
பயங்கரமான மன கஷ்டம் மேடம். நான் இந்த பட்டுக்கோட்டை இதிலேருந்து இந்த ஆர்டர் காப்பி ஒன்று நம்பி மட்டும் நான் வந்து இந்த மெட்ராஸுக்கு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகி வந்தேன்.
It's a long wait for those who are yet to get revised posting orders. But at least this woman can now be glad that she has got a job in a school that exists. In Chennai, Lok Priya for NDTV Hindu.
Well, better late than never. Now imagine being able to see your office cabin from your bedroom at home, a forest-like view from your drawing room and the sea from your balcony. Well, if you have 7 crore rupees to spare, this dream home could be yours. What's more, it's not on the outskirts of Chennai like most new luxury residential complexes are, but bang in the middle of the city, right next to the tidal park and overlooking IIT Madras. Our executive editor Sanjay Pinto reports on the emerging new landmark of the city.
On what was once a cinema shooting location, better known as the MGR Film City, a new landmark is taking shape. It's bang in the middle of Chennai. Coming soon from the Tata stable is the Ramanujam IT SEZ.
We can say this is the only project in India which is located within the city. We have IT office space of about 3.4 million square feet of space here, and we have a retail mall of about 300,000 square feet.
Well, this could arguably be the best address in Chennai, bang in the heart of the city. And it's not merely because of the top-notch facilities on offer, but the sheer view. Look at this. On one side, a complete green lung. Quite a rarity, one must say, in our cities. On the other side, the tidal park. And if you look beyond, that's the sea. The 3,300 to 4,700 square feet dream pads are only for those with deep pockets. The price tag, 4 to 7 crore rupees. So the 100 apartments on 18 floors are being billed as an exclusive abode of CEOs and celebrities. But there's a catch. It's a 99-year lease. The promoters don't believe it's a downside.
And we interestingly identified that CXO CEOs of age between 35 to 48, there doesn't seem to be bothered too much about lease. Approach and attitude of these particular young CEOs and next generation business leaders is that I'm not here to accumulate wealth for my great grandchildren.
The builders have shelved an earlier all glass design and will go in for heritage interiors like Raja Ravi Varma paintings and Chettinad architecture. The lucky owners will be able to move into the residential twin towers by March 2012. In Chennai, Sanjay Pinto, NDTV Hindu.
Well, quite an expensive buy, but a very beautiful one at that. Now, bowing at and to the jumbos or at the temples for your blessings may be a thing of the past soon. The Tamil Nadu government is likely to ban the age-old practice of elephants blessing pilgrims at temples. Wildlife officials have asked temple authorities to put an end to the practice as trainers torture the elephants, compelling them to bless pilgrims, sometimes leaving them injured. Moreover, elephants, like humans, are believed to suffer from diseases like asthma and tuberculosis and could possibly spread to the pilgrims as well. The Madras Day frenzy is building up in the city, and if you're still a bit clueless about what the hullabaloo is all about, here's all that you need to know right from the horse's mouth, Mr. Vincent D'Souza.
With me here somebody who has played a huge role in popularizing the concept of celebrating the city. Mr. Vincent D'Souza, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Sure.
First off, how did the idea of celebrating the city come about?
Well, Mr. Muthaiah, who is a well-known historian and writer of the city, has been talking about Madras Day, the founding day, which is celebrated across many cities across the world. I said, Mr. Muthaiah, I think we need to roll, not just keep talking about it. So an idea, and someone sort of wanted to roll it, and there was Sashi Nair, my colleague, who's also a freelance journalist and editor, and he was along with us, and three of us sat around and said, listen, it's time to roll, and therefore we decided to pin down on one day, August 22nd, which is called Madras Day, and now we call it also Chennai Dinam. So most people have begun to actually peg their events well beyond Madras Week, which is 15th to 22nd. There are lots of talks that are taking place. There are heritage walks, exhibitions, campuses are having their own shows, all kinds of things are happening. So you can expect a lot, and if you go up to our website, themadrasday.in, it's got all the sort of stuff up there kind of thing.
Where do you see Madras Week celebration, say 20 years from now? Are there young people who are coming forward to volunteer, who are dedicated to the cause?
Yeah, I mean, the uniqueness of the Madras Day, Madras Week, Chennai Dinam celebrations is that we encourage people to do their own thing in their own backyard. So, I mean, we're surprised by the effect that it's had. If you have about 150 events done by people themselves, you can imagine sort of that this is going to be much bigger and bigger and completely voluntary. So it's going to be big, I guess, sort of 20 years from now.
I'm sure it will, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir. Thank you.
That
And remember, we here on NDTV Hindu promise you a journey from Madras to Chennai. So make sure you catch parts of the city that you may never have seen before. This is News Tonight. Up ahead, the Kashmir Valley is still tense. 4 more deaths stain the hills today. And India is all set for its second moon mission coming soon in 2013.